people show up to these games like a night before. Like back like a while ago, we used to like go to GameStop for midnight release. People do the same thing for Banana Ball. Like they'll show up, but it's a whole day before. They're there at 9 a.m. the day before. It's unbelievable to see the joy that we bring to people.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Native Edge Podcast. I'm Chris James. I'm here with my co-host,
Yvette Fielder.
How's it going, Yvette?
It's going good. How about you?
Good. Have you, what have you done this week? Anything fun?
Oh, lots of meetings. The new grant. We have another meeting shortly.
Meeting,
and we get
meeting
to meet
after
the
meeting.
grantor.
Good.
In person.
Yes.
Well, online.
Online. Yes. Meeting the grantor. So this is about our procurement project that we're doing. So we're really excited about that.
Yep. Very excited about that. We got a weekend coming. Are you any plans?
I think I am going to go to a farmer's market.
Oh, fun.
So that'll be Saturday morning in Chandler, Arizona.
A lot of that happening right now.
I hope to get some good vegetables.
Nice. That's great.
How about
Fresh
you?
veggies.
Fresh veggies, so very important. Because the weather's nice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in Scottsdale, they have their canal convenience, I think, convergence, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
I think it goes on the whole month of November.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of different, activities for family and everybody. Everybody's invited.
Fun activities.
Yeah.
I like fun activities for the family. That's.
I'm glad they finally, use the canal for other than the obvious reasons, but that they have all the shops and stores and places to eat and cool things to do. So that's neat.
I went down there last year. It might have been around Christmas time because they had all these cool art displays in the canal.
Yeah, they
were
do
all,
that.
Like, floating.
Oh, really?
I think they were floating on the canal, and they had different.
Was it their electrical light kind
Might have
of
been.
sort of parade type?
It wasn't a parade. They were like fixed.
Just there.
Art exhibits.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
Yeah.
And just neat, like food trucks, and it was just a neat. Family loved it, so we all had a good time. Nice mall, yeah, right there. Beautiful area. I was in Vegas earlier this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How's Vegas?
It's nice. I met with the Caesar's Palace team, and we did some promo work for Rez, and I'm not going to say we had a surprise guest join us, which folks will be able to see. But
if they go to Rez,
well, they'll definitely see him if they go to Rez. But pretty soon we'll have some surprise guest promos, so that'll be fun to see.
Nice.
But yeah. But that's not what we're here to talk about today.
That's not why we're here.
I can't believe how exciting this show is going to be today. We are now really upping our guests. We have a true celebrity, Mr. Jordan Brewer. Hey, Jordan.
Nice.
How's it going?
What's going on, guys? All right, I would take it easy on the celebrity part.
You are a
right?
celebrity. So Jordan, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, so you can tell people what you do, and then we can talk about your awesome career in the baseball industry. But introduce yourself, my friend.
What's up, everyone? My name is Jordan Brewer. I went to St. Joseph, Michigan High School. Was there for 4 years, and I went to a junior college. Was there for 2 years. Played baseball. Then ended up at the University of Michigan for 1 year in 2019. Went to the College World Series. Was the runner-up. All right, I got my ring. It says the finalist in the small print, but made it all the way to the World Series. Made it to the final game. Unfortunately, fell short in Game 3 against Vanderbilt. And then after that, I got drafted by the Houston Astros in the 3rd round. Played for them for 5 years. I got released last year. And now into my new journey, I am becoming a banana ball player. So we'll find out here soon what team I'm on. Super excited and thrilled, and life throws a whole bunch of curveballs at you, and how you're going to react to it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what? Tell us a little bit about what community are you from, or what's your tribe?
So I'm Pokagon Potawatomi. It's like Southwest Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, is that where you grew up in the area, or tell us a little bit
Yes.
about the
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. So I grew up in Southwest Michigan, born and raised. I didn't know much about my history and like our people and everything until I got a little bit older. Then I started started getting invested in learning about our ancestry and becoming super interested every single day, learning every day. It's really, really cool. I really enjoy representing our people on the baseball field and helping younger people out understand that it doesn't matter where you come from, you can still make it. And so that's my main goal, is especially to see kids smile and everything. So I like to go back when I can and go out to the tribe area, go out there and see the kids, and go to the powwows when I can and just show face and just show my smile, because I love smiling, as you guys can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you a multi athlete though, and then you gravitated to baseball?
Yes. So I play baseball, basketball, and football. Unfortunately, injuries told me otherwise. I had to pick baseball. I was actually supposed to go to Michigan for football, but I had a shoulder reconstruction. Was it my senior year? Right, literally the day before I committed to Michigan for football, and so I got a little derailed, but a little adversity. Honestly, I'm extremely blessed that it happened to me. I've actually had 16 surgeries total so far. Knock on wood, that's it. I'm hoping.
Yeah, we'll knock on wood for that then.
Yeah. So
when you have, because a lot of us, our listeners, all of us are dealing with having to make tough decisions or getting derailed in their life. How do you feel like at that young age? Did you have a support network that sort of helped you navigate? Because that's I mean, I'm assuming you're like 17, 18 years old.
That would have been devastating.
Yeah, I mean,
can't
you're
imagine.
like, your whole life was sort of planned out to be this star, but then it automatically like switched. So how did you deal with that, and what support network did you use?
That's literally the first time I've ever been asked that, and I've been dying for someone to ask me that. So thank you. So it started my freshman year of high school. And I was one of those kids, like, sports was everything to me. Like, that was who I identified as. Like, if I'm not on the field, no one knows who I am, right? And I got a little taste my freshman year. I broke my tibia plateau, almost a compound fracture. It almost came out of my skin in basketball. And that was my first time where I actually had to sit down and like think of things at the age of I don't even know
14,
remember how old I was.
your freshman year,
was
huh?
it like
14
15 or like something? Yeah. So it's like peak puberty too. So like my hormones, testosterone's going crazy, and it's just like I sat down and I was confused. I was lost. But luckily I had my parents, and my parents knew I'm not as gifted in the classroom. I get my work done and everything, but they knew my strong suit was on the field. And they literally pushed me every single day. They found me a personal trainer where I could connect with someone other than on a field, where I could connect in the training room. And that's where I fell in love with the grind of being better than I once was, because that's where I got to take out all that bottled up frustration of why I couldn't be out there playing. Why is this happening to me? But now I get to turn all that focus into how do I make myself better and come back quicker? And I learned that at a super young age, and I'm extremely blessed because I was one of those kids that I have God-gifted talents. And I didn't really know how to work because I was always better than everyone else. But when I first came back from my surgery, I couldn't do things that I could do before. And that really irritated me. Really irritated me. I went down like depression. I had anger management, and I started seeing a sports psych. Dr. Franco, I love him. I still talk to him every once in a while, call him up, check in. Because mental health, it's a serious thing. Like, especially a lot of males in the sports industry think it's not that big of a deal, but it's really a deal breaker if you don't get a grasp of it right away. And luckily enough, I got a grasp of it when I was 15, 16 years old. And it was all because of my parents. Put me in the right situation and understood my frustration and got me with the right people. In knowing that you can't deal with certain situations by yourself, and it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
And once I got my personal trainer, he would pick me up in the morning before school. We would go work out, and he would drop me off at school, pick me up from school, take me to a rehab, which was 45 minutes away, wait for the whole process. He would sit there and watch me do my PT. After that, he would bring me back home. We would do another lift, and I would go home. And so it was like, once I got into a set routine, it was like that Kobe mentality. Like, I became that Mamba. I became the Black Mamba. Like, I was in that mode.
Yeah.
And I'm really blessed that I found that when I was super young. And that's why I always say I am extremely happy all those injuries happened to me, because every single time I've grown and I've found out stuff about myself that I never knew I was capable of.
Yeah, I commend
It's
you
amazing.
for, that having, one, I think we all are dealing with some type of something, and having that, relying on that network, relying on a mentor, coach, all that is so important as you navigate life. So you ended up not doing the football, but then you were already playing baseball at the time as well, because it sounds like you were playing all three sports, and then baseball is like all of a sudden. How do you go from that transition of being like, oh, I was going to go football to college, now I'm going baseball to college?
Yeah, it was quite interesting. I was blessed. I'm an athlete.
You're just
I hate
talented.
talking about myself like that. I
Yeah,
don't like it at all.
gifted
talk about
athlete.
myself, but-
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you're a gifted
You're coordinated, very coordinated. You're
can-
walking at 8
Yeah,
months old.
and
I don't
you're
know.
tall too, right? You're like 6'3", 6.
I wish I was 6'3", Chris. I'm 6 foot. I'll say 6'1" with cleats on. All right.
All right.
We'll keep that between
I
you and
thought
me.
you were taller than me, so that makes me. I'm definitely. I was thinking you're like 6'3". You look
Oh, I wish.
6'3". I guess you're
Yeah.
short. Yeah.
But the baseball, it was so I was in high school. Football was like, I wanted to play football, but I also was pretty good at baseball and basketball. And I was still like weaving, okay, like which one am I going to go play in college?
Yeah,
Right. So I went to football camps. I went to basketball camps. I went to baseball camps. And so I already had a door in the foot with baseball. So I had a couple, it's called the PBR. It's a prospect camp in like the northern states. And I got really close with the area scout for the PBR. And senior year, I literally was driving to my aunt's lake house with my stepfather, and he texted me like, hey, I got one more open spot for this unsigned PBR camp. Do you want to go? So I looked at my stepdad, and he's like, might as well. I'm like, all right. So we turn around, we start heading there. My mommy's just there with my baseball stuff. And then my JUCO coach saw me, and he was like, come see us, come on a visit. Yeah. So we went on a visit, and it was quite interesting. So my mom didn't go. So it was me and my stepfather, but we went, and the first thing, we're driving down this one-way street. It's in Robinson, Illinois. And there's these signs that says, do not pick up hitchhikers. And me and my stepfather, we look at her like, what is that? We've never seen those. And then
prison nearby or something.
Exactly. So 5 minutes up the road, there's a prison. And then there's the dorms. I'm like,
yeah, we're next door to the prison.
This is before we even talked to the coach. Like, I just talked to a brief conversation at this camp. And then all of a sudden we pull up to this visit, and he takes us into his office, and we sat down, and he gave me the whole rundown. And I kid you not. So it's about a 4-hour drive from my junior college to my hometown. Me and my stepfather, we did not say one word to each other probably for 3 hours, because we both knew I needed to be there if I wanted to be serious about getting better and getting to the next level. And then finally, within the last hour, we looked at each other, and he's like, I think this is a good spot. I'm like, yeah, it is. I think this is it. And we both knew, because my mom, I was I'm her baby and everything. We knew she was going to like the area. We knew because there's a prison. So we didn't, we're like, so how do we break this to mom that this is happening? And we didn't tell her about that. So I committed to Lincoln Trail in Robinson, Illinois, and move-in day. My mom's with me. She's never been there. We showed her the picture of the gym and everything, of the field. And she goes, "What are these signs?" I'm like, oh, we forgot to tell her. And she goes, she looks at us. We're driving by and we saw the prison. She's like, "No way, turn around." I'm like, "Mom, I have to do this." And like, this is where like that Mamba mentality. Like I knew it was these 2 years are going to be grind for me, but my end goal was to be in MLB. Like I feel like if you go to a junior college, and I'm fully behind this, I will take a JUCO kid over any guy that went to Division I straight up, just because of the mentality and because he's seen the worst. He's seen the worst. I mean, we're getting bologna sandwiches. We're riding in vans for 10 hours, no showers, sweat. I mean, you have to really love the game to play at a junior college. Granted, I
love junior colleges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like 8 years ago, but it changed. It changed now. Of course, our coaches get bougie and everything, getting all these nice fans. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like, because these kids, man. But yeah, it was. That's how I transitioned, and then I got back to Michigan, and it's truly amazing of how God works and everything. I just kept my head down and just kept working, and I finally got back to Michigan.
Yeah. And so when you got over to Michigan, you were you like junior, senior? What year? How many years did you do at Michigan?
Yeah, so after junior college, I transferred into Michigan for 1 year, and I was a junior.
Okay.
And so when that happens for baseball, either you have to be 21 or it has to be your junior year to be able to be draft eligible.
Yeah.
And so that was always my goal. But I still remember when Bakich, the Michigan coach, my Michigan baseball coach, he came down to watch me, and he hit Robinson. There was only a couple spots to eat. There was a Subway, a Walmart, and like a Rosati's Pizza. And so we went and sat down at a Subway, and he's like, "I just want to let you know, I'm an outfielder. I was an outfielder. I was a primary outfielder." And he's like, "I have five other outfielders right now, or 6 other outfielders." And I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. Like, that's fine." He goes, "I'm telling you, like, there's 6 other guys in front of you." I'm like, "That's okay. I want to compete for my spot." That's that JUCO bandit stuff. Like, I will take myself over anybody. And he goes, "Okay." So I was fortunate enough to get a walk-on position because of my heritage and everything, because I went to school in Michigan, my tribe, and they also had a scholarship for I think indigenous people. I think they had for diversity and everything at Michigan. So yeah, it was great. It was
awesome.
It was amazing. My coach never expected me to commit there after he told me that there are 6 other outfielders, and so I wasn't supposed to start that year at all because of these other outfielders. But I worked my tail off, and then right before we left for our spring trip, one of the outfielders, his major got dropped from the University of Michigan, which made him ineligible, which was really weird. I don't know how that even happens. Another of our outfielders, his appendix blew. So he had emergency surgery. So he couldn't go. That's 2 down. And then we had another guy that was coming off shoulder surgery, and he couldn't throw. So he couldn't play. And then the other guy had to fill the DH spot. And I'm sitting there doing the numbers. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play. Like, I'm starting.
Yeah.
But I didn't tell, so my whole family's flying down to Florida to come watch. And I already gave him a heads up, like, hey, I've never sat before. I've never sat behind someone. My parents have never seen me sat behind someone. So all they know is I'm going to be sitting. And but I knew I was starting. but I didn't tell my family until like the last probably day I had to tell my stepfather. So I called my stepdad. I'm like, hey, I'm like, do not say anything to anybody, but I'm starting. And I think like it gives me chills. And I'm like getting all teary eyed right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't let it go. I'm like, I won't. That's all we said. No other words. He goes, get the job done. That was it. And the rest is history. I went on to become the 3-hole hitter for our Michigan team, became the Big Ten Player of the Year that year, ended up getting drafted in the 3rd round. So yeah, it was truly a blessing and amazing journey through that whole ride. I mean, I couldn't, if you would have asked me when I was at my junior college that would have happened to me, I would have told you you're a lunatic and leave me alone.
Yeah. Great opportunities. What did you play all 3 positions in the outfield?
Yeah. So I primarily played right field at Michigan. And then Backage randomly just threw me in at first base. And I've never played infield. I'm a left-hander.
Are you
left-hander,
lefty?
so most lefties only play outfield or first base. And I'm like, he goes, go play first. I'm like, I don't have a first base mate. He's like, that's all right. He goes, the more positions you can play, the higher your draft stock's going to be. I'm like, okay, like whatever. And so I'm at first base at a D1 school playing first with an outfielder mate. And everyone's looking at me like, we're playing Kentucky. And he's like, looking at me, he goes, you have an outfielder? I'm like, I've never played here before. And he started laughing. And it's funny because my last 2 years in pro ball with the Houston Astros, I primarily played first base.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
So it was just amazing how everything works out, and extremely blessed.
Yeah.
Do you bat right or left?
I'm goofy, so I bat right.
Nice.
I bat right, throw left. I got the short end of the stick on that. It's supposed to be reversed, but not me.
It's amazing how, and this is, I think, when everybody navigates through their lives, they have these unexpected changes. You had all of these unintentional things to happen to other people that gave you that lift to get into that game as a starter, that kicked off your professional career. Some people say that's luck. I think with you, it's a combination of so many things, but skill, right? It's like you were already posed to be that person, and it just happened that all these other things fell in place. So that's pretty awesome, man.
It's truly amazing just how like God works, and just having faith and trusting the process, and being open to and being ears open to coaches, and like taking in their ideas, and really be coachable. I think that really helps me to get where I'm at today.
Yeah.
And that has helped me in the real world. And that's what I've noticed this past year, especially after being released, is all that time of being coached up and everything. I am my ears are so wide open, and like learning every single day about the social media, the marketing stuff. It's frustrating. It's hard, but I'm growing every single day, and I'm asking a ton of questions. And I'm learning, and I'm super excited. And I know for a fact none of this would have happened if I wasn't a multi-sport athlete, because I got coached in all sorts of different ways. And so I'm understanding, and I'm getting better day by day.
Yeah,
well,
that's awesome.
When you're an athlete, when it's a team group, you really learn how to be a team player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And so you get drafted, 3rd round draft pick, Houston Astros. How did that feel? I mean, I couldn't imagine. I mean, because were you expecting 3rd round, or were you just like, well, I'm not even sure. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. So when I first got to Michigan, like after I left my junior college, I just wanted to be drafted. I didn't care where it was. I just wanted to get my foot in the door. And then it was like a host family we had at our junior college. We put a little bet on, like, if I go in the first 5 rounds, he'll get a tattoo of like whoever I get drafted.
Oh,
drafted
here
by.
we go.
And
Getting interesting.
I'm like, oh, that'd be crazy if I got top five rounds. And so we get to like Big Ten tournament and the regional tournament. And I'm having conversations with my agent, well, my advisor at that point. He's explaining to me like the mock drafts and everything and what's going on. And he's like, yeah, they right now they're projecting you late second round, third round. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, time out. I'm like, well, first off, like, what are the numbers saying now? Like, what are the numbers saying? Like, what's the, how many commas or digits and everything? So, I was completely shocked. I was amazed, but I also knew I was worth that. Like, the amount of work I put in and like all the stuff I've been through, it was beyond amazing. I mean, I was supposed to have a draft party for me back in my hometown at the local Buffalo Wild Wings. And we were in regionals during the time. So when I played, the draft was during when we played. And so it was kind of weird. So nowadays they have it after the College World Series, so everyone could, so everyone could be with family. And so we were winning regionals, and I was going to fly back after that night after the game to be with family because that was the draft time. It was the championship game. We already beat the team once. We ended up losing that game, which means we had to play the next day. So I couldn't go home. Yeah. So my family still threw the draft party, and there was hundreds of people showed up at this B-dubs. But I mean, honestly, I couldn't have it any better because I didn't get drafted on the first night. So it wouldn't have been, no one would have been there. Like, we would have just been sitting there watching the draft for no reason. Yeah. And, but instead they got to watch me play in the championship, the elimination game against Creighton, and have the draft on at the same time.
Wow.
And so it was super special. And then it was during the game too. Like, I didn't get drafted during the game, but the draft is going on. And I told my agent before the game, I'm like, hey, like, my future is literally in your hands. Like, make some magic. Come on, let's do this. And there was probably, I want to say 4 of us that were day 2, day 1 guys. And so during the game, the other guys were pitchers, of course. And so I'm the only one that's really like playing the full game. They're done after 3 or 4 innings. And so we're playing like the 4th inning. I go back and like, you call yet? Like, you get a call? Because it's crazy. Back then, like, the crowd would just start cheering for no reason. Yeah. No reason. And that means someone during that time got drafted. Yeah. And so Adley Rutschman was the first round, first pick that year. And we were in Corvallis in Oregon. And so he had a huge draft party because he played for Oregon State. That's where we were playing, but their team lost. He had a huge draft party up in the locker room, and all of a sudden the whole place erupts. And like, all of us are looking at each other like, who just got drafted? And so it was that was super frustrating, but I think it also helped us win that game because we were all loose and like we really weren't stressing out and freaking out about the game. We were more worried about like our guys getting drafted and us not paying attention. But for me, it was after, I think it was the next morning, and I went for a walk by myself. I put my headphones on and just calm the nerves down. Like, I'm like, today's my day. I went and got breakfast, and Bakich, my coach, walked in. He gave me a hug and was like, you got this today. Like, you're going to get drafted and everything. And he goes, stay cool, stay calm, collective. We'll be listening. I'm like, all right, cool. So I went back, and it was all on the MLB Network on their website. And you have to have an account. And I didn't have an account. So I'm freaking out. I'm like trying to log into my computer to watch it. And then, boom, I get a phone call from agent. Houston Astros, next pick. I'm like, no way. It was just like my vision, like it was like I was about to pass out. Like, it was just like, I was like, whoa, what is going on? And so I had my roommate in there with me. His name was Dom Clemente. He was actually he was the one with his appendix that blew up. So he was in there with me, and he started recording me. And
neat.
Heard my
Do
name
you still have that recording?
And yeah, man, it was like he started recording. Like, I'm getting chills, like just hearing your name called and them like playing a highlight video of you, and like that's stuff like you dream of. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
I remember being young and playing MLB The Show and like watching these guys. And you're like, man, that'd be really cool if that was me one day. And as soon as my name was called, I kid you not, it sounded like SWAT team was coming in my room. The whole team literally it dogpiled me.
Wow.
They're just crying. I'm literally bawling my eyes
Yeah.
out. My girl fiance at the time, she works for General Mills, and so she was an intern at the time, and her whole office knew. Like they had it on, and they're all cheering, they're hugging her. I'm calling, like I'm freaking out. I get a call from the scouting director, like, congratulations, we're excited to have you, da 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 da. And and so the draft party, I saw the videos from the draft party, people are freaking out and everything. It was truly a special moment that I truly will never forget. It was amazing, especially to see like my younger brother, like all his buddies now, like they still talk about that night. It's just like, whoa,
that's a
that happened
huge
to
thing. So you're now playing for the Houston Astros. How's it feel, that first moment to walk out on that field and you're just like looking around and you're like, wow. I mean, tell us about that.
Yeah, you got the whole outfit now.
Yeah,
you're
like,
everything.
You are a pro baseball player.
Yeah, and it was so after the Couch World Series, I reported straight to Houston because they have to do they do an in-depth physical. I mean, they're checking every crease, every fingernail, toenail, everything you got to make sure you're okay in one piece before they sign like your contract and everything. Right.
They want to make sure their investment is not going to fall apart day two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And since I was drafted so high, I got instantly put it on the prospect list for the Houston Astros. I think I was like number 10 or 11 or something like that. And the local news in Houston, everyone knew I was in town for my physical, and I got to go to the game after my physical. Mind you, I just got my eyes dilated, so like I can't see. I got these weird, have you seen those glasses they make you wear?
Square, so I'm nerdy wearing, looking things. So I used to make fun of kids when they came to school.
I got like front office people walking me in, and I got these like little goggles on, and everyone's coming up to me like for pictures, and I'm sitting there like I'm like trying to see. I'm like, what is going on? And just having interviews, it was one of those moments that I felt bigger than the world at the moment. It was just like, this is what it's like. This is, but then you realize you have 5 levels you have to get through to get to there, to play there consistently. So after I had my physical and watched that, and I got to go on the field and meet some of the guys and everything, it was a real special moment. And I am no longer a fan of Jose Altuve. I am his teammate.
Wow.
I am no longer a friend or a fan of Justin Verlander. I'm his teammate, type of situation. So now I can't be a fanboy. Now it's like a professional.
But still, you're like, hey, will you sign my baseball?
Yeah, like, hey, dude, like I just played with you on the show like last night. Like this is crazy.
That's
so it was that was like an awe moment for me. I just sat there. I was just blank for like 5 minutes, just looking around. Like, this is what everything I've been through, from choosing junior college and actually not giving up on my dream and switching from football to baseball to be in the position I am in today. And it just all came full circle moment for me during that time.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so you have this couple of year career. During that time, you got involved with Nike N7. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? You're an N7 ambassador, is that correct?
Yes, I was. So it was crazy. So my uncle, Scott Brewer, he is I think vice president at the casino back in my hometown and everything. And they do this golf outing every year. And luckily for me, I forgot what year it was. that I was fortunate enough to be able to go. This was after I got drafted. And I was in New Balance because this is the time I'm starting to like trying to figure out like sponsorships and everything, getting on this side. So right away I signed with New Balance, but my contract was ending up. But I knew from my personal digging and seeing it from like all the Native American stuff I've been looking up, and I saw this Nike stuff. I'm like, well, that'd be sick. First off, I'd be a Nike athlete, which every kid dreams about.
Right.
And then 2, I'm representing my people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, like how do I get involved with this? And so during this golf outing, I started talking to my uncle, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, have you ever heard of N7? He started laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? And he's like, I know Sam.
Yeah.
Kraken. And so I'm like, no way. He's like, yeah, like I'll send you his contact information. I'll email him and everything. They're gonna reach out. I'm like, okay. And so I emailed Mr. McCracken. I called him Mr. McCracken. I'm like, I emailed him, being all proper and everything. And he's like, let's hop on a Zoom call tomorrow. Make sure you study up. I'm like, study up. I'm like, what do you mean? Like now I'm like, oh, I'm getting nervous. Now I feel like I'm going to a job interview.
You're like, I gotta read everything about Nike.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, with my wife, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I never had a proper job. I've never had this type of situation. This is that learning curve for me.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it's probably going to be like interview style. And so I'm like freaking out. So I'm like studying N7 stuff and like, wore a nice shirt. Like I was freaked out. He answers it. He's just sitting there. I'm like, hey, Mr. McCracken, how's it doing? He goes, don't call me that. Call me Sam. I was like, oh, how are we doing, Sam? He goes, did you study? I'm like, yes, sir. He goes, I was just messing with you. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my gosh.
Like sweating bullets all night.
Yeah. And so he gave me the whole rundown on what their purpose is. And I was like, I'm in. Like I instantly fell in love with it. And and that's where I got to meet Chris and everything. And that whole experience was insane. So that was my first event I got to go to. And coming from a JUCO and doing camps and stuff, Sam texts me, he's like, hey, we got this this outing or camp and stuff that we're doing. Would you like to come? And it was literally 2 days before I left for spring training. So I didn't have my car. I didn't have anything because everything got shipped to West Palm. That's where our spring training facility was. So I show up in my N7 shoes and stuff, but I thought I was going to go play with the kids. Like, I'm going to go ball with the kids at this camp. Like, that's who I am. And he's like, no, like you're going to be hanging out over there. I was like, what? I'm like, okay. So he hands me this sweatshirt, which is amazing. I still wear it every day. I got this big old tag on, and I'm like, yo, this is so like formal. And he goes, hey, I want you to meet someone. And he brings up Jacoby. I was like, whoa, Jacoby Ellsbury. Like, first off, I'm like, can't be real. I'm like, he's nice Lulu stuff, Nike N7 stuff, and I'm in beat up shorts because I'm thinking I'm gonna go play with these kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, I'm freaking out. And then and just meeting all you guys over there was absolutely amazing, and it was truly a blessing to be able to connect with you guys and understand and seeing in person what it is, what all that is about.
I think we got to meet like the CFO or someone of Nike too, right? I mean, there was some big, like everybody was like, that was a big deal. That was pretty cool.
Devontae Adams showed up. I was like, I texted my wife. I'm like, I think I'm at the wrong place.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, we were just sort of hanging out at the side, just watching all this activity going on. It was pretty fun. Yeah.
That's
it was
Sam
awesome.
has the hookups.
It was really cool.
Yeah, Sam McCracken, what a, I've known him for a very long time. What a great advocate for our communities, and he just retired, as you know, just this year. What a great guy, though. So, what a rock star.
He's unbelievable. That was really cool.
Yeah. So let's talk about your, transition into this new arena of baseball, because this is By the way, there is so much energy for banana baseball. Like it's sold out every night, right? And tell us a little. Tell us
and
about
for
it.
those viewers that don't know, tell us.
Tell us what it is.
Yes, it is. The funny part I actually was, because I was in the same boat as you guys.
Yeah.
I was after I got released by the Houston Astros. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurt. I didn't know who I was anymore. Like my identity kind of got taken away with baseball, and it was probably I gave myself my ego got checked because I was a third rounder. I was a top prospect. I was like, okay, good. Like I needed to get out of that org because I'm gonna get a fresh start with somewhere else. And I thought I was going to get picked up right away. Unfortunately, I didn't get picked up right away. And I was still training the offseason in Arizona. And nothing was happening. And then my wife one day was like, hey, like, what are you going to do? Like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
And I was really, really close to just hanging up and start coaching. That was probably going to be my next thing. I was going to try to go coach at ASU or something, just to see what I can do. The one day I gave myself till spring training start. And then if I don't get any calls or anything, then I'm done. Like it is what it is. I gave it my all. It was going to be a tough pill to swallow. Spring training came around and I still had nothing happening. And I kind of got depressed a little bit because I was completely lost. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know all these doors are closing. It's like, okay, this is the only doors I really knew what to do. And one day I was just sitting on my phone and scrolling through Instagram. And sure enough, I saw one of my junior college teammates, Bryson Bloomer. He plays for the Party Animals, which is one of the teams in Banana Ball. And saw his video. I was like, I'm like, interesting. So I clicked on his profile. I started watching his videos. So I was like, all right. I watched Banana Ball before. I saw it in person because they came down to our spring training facility. And I told myself there was no way in AT double hockey sticks I'm going to be doing this. This is not me. This is not, no. And so I fast forward and I'm scrolling through so I texted him. I'm like, hey, like, what's this Banana Ball like? Like, I see all the good stuff. Give me the behind the scenes. Like, I played JUCO with you. Give me it all. Like, I've been with it. He goes, honestly, it's amazing. There's nothing bad about this at all. Jesse treats all his players and his staff like family. And I'm like, okay. He goes, do you want me to give your contact information to Barry Aldridge, he's the scouting director, the recruiter for Banana Ball. I'm like, sure, but I'm just want to get information. I'm not committing. I just want to know what it's about. He's like, that's fine. So he gave my stuff to Barry. So after I had that conversation with him, I walk outside of my house in Arizona because our neighbors have young kids and we have like neighborhoods. We hang out all the time. So I'm out there and they all knew I played baseball and I played professional, but they knew I got released because I came home a lot earlier than I usually do. They're like, so like, what's your plan? What are you going to do? I'm like, have you ever heard of Banana Ball? She started laughing at me. I'm like, what do you, I'm like, what's so funny about that? She goes, I know Gillum really well. I'm like Gillum, the head coach for the Savannah Bananas? She goes, yeah, like I coached with him at South Mountain Community College out there. I'm like, no way. She goes, yeah, I'll text him right now. So she texted him, reaching out, like saying, my neighbor's Jordan Brewer, da-da-da. And he's like, yeah, we're trying to sign him, da-da-da. We heard he's interested. And I'm like, whoa. All right, like time out. Like this is moving really fast. Like I didn't even know.
Small world.
Yeah.
Ins about it. So I started talking to Barry, the recruiter, and he filled me in. He goes, hey, like, why don't you just come down and do this visitors, which I am actually wearing the shirt right now.
Yeah.
This visitors thing, which it's like a 6-week development team they do. And we play against the Bananas, Party Animals, the teams. We travel with them to see, one, if they like us, and two, if we even like playing Banana Ball. And I I said, like I'm gonna hold off a little bit. I gotta do some thinking because now like we're settled in Arizona and everything. So it was really hard decision to do this. And then and my wife knew I was really contemplating it, and she could tell it was eating me up. And one night I was literally just laying in bed and just looking up, and she rolled over. She goes, "Just go do it." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right, that's all I needed." I was like more of like a confirmation for her, like it was okay because now like we're married and like we want to start a family and everything. Like this is she's my rock. Like we do things together. And as soon as I got the green light with her, I called Barry, or I FaceTimed Gillum actually the next day, and said, "All right, let's do it."
Yeah.
And so I went down there for 6 weeks, and I can tell you this right now, I haven't had that much fun playing baseball since probably college. Playing for the Houston Astros was great and all, but it became a business part. I didn't realize the business side of it, and I lost the touch for baseball. I really disliked it, and so why did my screen turn? Whoops, sorry guys. There we go. Sorry. And we, as soon as I got our first practice, we had a wiffle ball practice on the beach.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's just
Wow.
like, it's just like that little kid, the enjoyment came back to me. My life came back. And I was just like, I called my wife right away and I was like, I haven't had that much fun playing baseball in 4 or 5 years. Like this is unbelievable. And that was only one day.
Yeah.
And it was
That
just
was
like
right in the sand.
whoa.
Yeah.
And then and then we got to the field, and it's not a normal practice. Like you're practicing catching balls between your legs and doing trick plays.
Yeah, jumping on top, like jumping
Yeah,
over
yeah.
people.
Yeah, and it's just like before. It's like I remember like my first time doing it on the field. It's like I was looking down, like looking up for permission to do it because I'm so used to minor league ball and like it has to be the proper way and form. And I'm looking down, and they're like, "Yeah, like there you go." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, all right, here
You're
we
like,
go.
oh,
Now
this
it's
is res
going.
ball.
Yeah, and so it was like
It's res
that
ball.
little kid, like it instantly lit a fire underneath my butt again. That love and passion for baseball came back.
That's awesome.
And it was truly amazing of just this little sport, what Banana Ball has done just for me to bring that love and passion back. And I don't know how long I'm going to play. I don't know. I'm 28. I've had 16 surgeries. First off, I don't know how long my body's going to hold up. But it was more of the fact that now I can go out on my terms.
Yeah.
Like I can go out in peace. I want to go out of baseball the way I came in, is loving the game. And this is the perfect way to do it. And now I get to show younger kids and even adults what joy this can bring. It's a spot where you can go. Say you guys had a really bad day, you guys go to a banana game. I promise you will not think anything of that day you just had or anything. It's just like everyone's smiling. And I'm not a dancer. I'm no Chris Brown by all means. Like I cannot dance.
Yeah.
Like I'm zero rhythm. And before, like I was so embarrassed to even like try to dance, but now I could care less. Like my embarrassment brings smiles to people. That's what I like. That's my enjoyment. And that's what Banana Ball is about. It's about being uncomfortable, especially for the players. It's just like,
We should have
like
a
you got
banana
guys
ball
out here
rest.
doing dance. Like I'm out here doing
He's on.
like,
It's
I have
season. Yeah.
Yeah.
choreographers, like we're learning dances and everything. It's like literally like Dancing with the Stars. And I'm like, what am I doing? But I'm like, I'm invested. Like I'm so invested in it. And I'm super excited to find out where I'm going to be. And this is the first time in my life I can say I'm at peace with it. Like I'm at peace.
I follow you on Instagram, and we're Instagram friends, and it's so fun to see like the one, I guess it's been a couple of months where you hit a home run and I mean, and his outfit. He doesn't wear. You cut your sleeves off your jersey, right? Is that?
Yeah, I rolled them up.
Yeah. That's what it rolled it up. So you have this. This is why I thought you were so tall, because you literally, as you run around the bases, you leapfrog all your friends
coaches.
or other. I was just like, it made me feel good just watching you play, and I could tell. I mean, all of your clips and all. I mean, banana ball really is something we need in a society right now, so that
100%.
you can just take that couple of hours and feel good and laugh and make fun.
100%.
And man, this is a new thing that's, I know it's been around for a few years, but it's taken off, right? I mean, it is. I think it's going to I mean, it's amazing.
We should do a fundraiser, banana ball, with staff and
seriously.
other.
It's so crazy too. It's like, so when I was in minor league ball, I was always one of those guys. I'm gonna sign everything for kids. Like, I literally vividly remember a story when I was a young kid. In high school, like, there was a high school football guy that was amazing, and like, he was my idol. I asked him to sign, I forgot what it was, sign something, but he said no. That hurt me so bad when I was a young kid that I got
the pin right here.
Told myself that day, that will never happen. I will never let that happen to a kid.
Yeah, because you
so
know
when
how
I was in
you felt.
minor league ball, I'd sign everything. But I would get in trouble because I'm over here signing for kids where I'm supposed to be getting those for a game. But here in banana ball, it's so fans first. You will get yelled at if you don't sign everything. And so, and it's amazing to see, like, I'm not, like, if I'm signing stuff, like, I'm not worried I have to be somewhere. They'll know I'm signing stuff, and they're like, okay, well, they'll fill you in with someone else will go in or something. So that is not frowned upon, it's absolutely amazing to see that he is so fans first in this organization. It's amazing. It truly is. And I'm extremely blessed to be in
Kids
this
love that stuff.
Yeah. I saw the clip of the CEO. Like, he waits. I mean, he'll wait for like 3 hours of signing autographs and stuff. I mean, he waits until the last fan leaves, pretty much.
It's crazy. I mean, and people show up to these games like the night before. Like, back like a while ago, we used to like go to GameStop for midnight release for a game or something. People do the same thing for banana ball. Like, they'll show up, but it's a whole day before. They're there at 9 a.m. the day before, and like, we'll walk to the field and we're like, dude, there's people already out here waiting just to see us. And so it's like, it's unbelievable to see the joy that we bring to people, and to see how far he has come with this.
Well, it brings back customer service. You know,
I mean, it's
like, I feel like a lot of that's gone by the wayside.
It's something we
nowadays with, everything's technology, everything. And it brings it, there's not that human connection that we all need.
Jordan, thank you. You're amazing. I really appreciate taking some time out of your busy schedule. We're looking forward to continuing watching your next iteration of your career. I can't wait to see that. And you're such inspiration to youth, for our Native communities. Someone really to look up to. I look up to you. I think you're amazing. So
thank you. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you for having me. I'm glad we got this to work.
Yeah, absolutely. What an awesome guy. What an awesome guy.
Thanks for all that you do out there. It's so important.
To our viewers and watchers and listeners, I always say that, viewers and watchers, thank you for tuning in to another exciting episode of the Native Edge podcast. We are brought to you by the National Center for American Indian Enterprise Development. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any support that you can provide us is greatly appreciated as we support all of our communities throughout the United States, Native communities throughout the United States. Jordan Brewer, thank you so much, my friend.
Nice
Thank you, guys.
to meet you.
I really appreciate it. I love it. Hopefully I'll see you guys at a banana ball game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're going to be there.
No, we're going to do a fundraiser. We need to.
We're going to be there. I'm Chris James.
Yvette Fielder.
Until next time on The Native Edge.